Hello, everybody, and welcome to our third episode of the series where we recreate DC superhero world. I'm here with a really nice person, and a lot of you probably know him already because we share a lot of audience, I think, in our channels. But here is Sdanwolf.
SP Ridley, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. Ready to see this.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about you to anyone that's hearing us that doesn't know who you are.
You can just, you can find me on YouTube. That's where I mainly don't really do a lot of live streams or anything, but YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at Sdanwolf, and I'm just a part of this Planet Coaster weirdness, and so hit me up.
Yeah, and he does amazing parks actually, and he has a great series on YouTube, and I think you are going to start recording console games.
I finally went ahead and got the Elgato HD Pro, little in the gaming deck and all that. So may try to get some God of War, Far Cry 5. Might switch over to maybe a couple times a week doing some console recording. So we'll just kind of have to see how that goes.
Okay, that sounds nice. So we're going to watch this exit corridor queue. It's going to be a fast episode. That's why I brought Sdan to just give a little bit of detailing to this episode because it's not going to be really long. And just what you see, I think I haven't shown you this. So whatever you see, you can enter the scene and talk about it if you like it, if you don't like it, give your opinion. Okay?
Okay, gotcha.
So this is the exit queue of the coaster that I haven't shown a lot because it's not really finished.
Mm-hmm.
But here's two archers that are used always for scale.
Gotta use them for scale.
Yeah, for scale exactly. And I think my safe has like 20 archers all around. So what I'm going to show you is how I make the exit queue of the ride.
All right.
And it's actually has a lot of detail. Again, it's been all made thanks to a friend of mine that recorded the exit. Because it's impossible to find it in the internet. So that's why I made it as similar as possible as the real life, like all the queue and everything with the panel ceilings and all that, and exit signs.
That's it. That's even kind of cooler though that you've had to do this totally off of just pictures. A lot of people don't fit. I mean, a lot of people just stop the POVs once they get off the ride. But with a queue and an exit like this, it'd be helpful if they'd keep going with it.
Yeah, that's true. So we're going to go down the stairs, because that's happened in real life also, and a little bit of detailing of the stairs with the lights, the emergency lights, like the cinemas. I think they have.
Cool.
The theaters, I think it's called in America.
Yeah.
Fire extinguisher. And actually, I have to say that there's I wouldn't say an error, but something that I couldn't make in Planet Coaster, and it's that in the real life exit, there's like, if you see this blue small wall here, there's actually another corridor here that will go below the coaster station, and I think it's used for emergency exits, but it's never used. So I didn't put it because it was impossible, because the stairs are more than 4 meters wide.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, the exit corridor is full of Superman comics, important to the history of Superman. Like, for example, cool. You find the #1 Action Comics, the famous Superman getting the car with a guy. Also, a lot of photos that my friend did of the billboards, and if they were not so good quality, I tried to find them in the internet. The how do you say, the cover of the comic book.
Yeah.
So this metal thingy below, it supposedly is like the plaque where it says the year and
explains
the month.
it.
Yeah, and explains a little bit about the comic itself. I know there's some plaques that are wrong, the years and all that. Here's a comic missing in real life. There's a white paper. I don't know what put, so I didn't put anything there, but yeah. Seems someone stole the comic cover.
Somebody might have smashed it or scratched it or something,
Wouldn't surprise me. Little mod covers. Here's one with Supergirl. Jimmy Olsen. And they're pretty high quality. You can actually...
I know. I was just thinking that when we were coming down the first little corridor there. Really, really clear.
Yep. They're here's one with Bizarro. This is Silver Age Superman, so the ones where Superman is pretty crazy, powerful, that it's super OP. This is a fire hose.
That's awesome.
Made with art shapes and the new glass piece.
And behind the glass, yeah.
Yeah. I think there's round ones and ones that it's like the how is it called, fire hose or water hose?
I mean, like this, we'd call it a fire hose. Yeah, if it's behind the glass box. Water hose, like here, is more like in your yard type of water hose.
The ones for the garden, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really,
comics.
Really cool Superman emblems too over those support.
Beams. Yeah, the made with art shapes. Actually, those are the real shape of the real shape and the real size of the real one. So I'm pretty proud of these ones actually.
Nice. Oh, I see you have the air vents in the ceiling behind.
Yes, there's some air vents.
Very cool.
I was like watching the video of the exit queue like frame by frame to see where the air vents are. And yes, they are put badly like this, so it's not like an error.
Cool.
They are not well aligned in real life. All attention to detail, man. Also, the emergency lights made with the sci-fi thingies.
I use those a lot.
More Superman comics. This one is more modern, I think. Well, from modern. When I say modern, I think it's from the 80s or the 90s.
Okay.
And here, I think here's the first like big thing we have for this video, and it's the shop, but not the one where you buy merchandise, but the one where you buy the photo rights.
Awesome, yeah, photo center here.
Yeah. I actually, so this is only like I'm going to take these ones out. This is our only for, because I found them in the internet, and just to make this video I put them, but I'm going to use real life like Planet once when I make the coaster. I'm going to take them in Planet Coaster with the guests, and actually put different ones in the screens. And actually, when there's no photo, there's a Superman logo in the
real life.
Ride, so.
Yeah, awesome.
And this, you can see the prices of the. I did a little bit of photoshopping for this park, with the of course in Spanish because it's a Spanish park.
I love the counter too. The counter that just it kind of even has a little bit of an offset. Really cool.
I'm actually really proud of this one, of how it's like that in the ride. So I just copy it, but it was a little bit tricky to make it like this. But at the end,
looks great though.
Yeah. Also, there's like they have like how do you say? They have like a fridge. I think from what I see in the video, they have like a fridge with Coca-Colas because they sell Cokes also. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
The computer with the printing the printing window, and some Excel, I suppose, with the photos, the name of the photos, the printing machine, a billboard with what you need to buy. Like it says, "Revive tu momento, llévate una foto recuerda." It's like relive the moment, take back a photo. How do you say? A memento photo.
Yeah, memento.
Yeah. So yeah, you have the computers here where they work, with the employee.
Awesome.
And the price also. I don't know if I. This is the trick. That's why I can get smaller screens because they're too big in the game.
Yeah.
Of course, like everything. Also, this is a funny thing. These are actually Lay's packages of chips.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, and these are Pringles.
Oh yeah, little tubes of Pringles.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, attention to detail like always. Here you have the last comics. The one with the wedding of Superman is the last one.
Cool.
And the exit. I think that's one of the emergency doors for the shop parts. I think where they put the merchandise and all that.
Cool. Sometimes what I do, like if I have an exit door like that, you see your little sci-fi light. I sometimes change that light to red and put it over the door, and it kind of gives it a cool kind of, you know how a lot of times exit signs are red.
Yeah. That's the thing, because I always see them like green with a little bit of orange.
Uh-huh.
You don't see, like, they are not lights, and they only usually work for when there's a blackout. That's when they put on. So yeah. Then there's like the logo of the Metropolis store made with art shapes. Here it says exit.
Jeez, that's awesome.
Yes. And here's the other big thing of the video.
Look at the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt, the Warner Bros. Shirt. I don't know. I tried to make it like if it was a Warner Bros. Logo, but yeah.
That's insane.
But yeah, this is the Superman store. Tried to make it as similar as the real one. The only thing that I changed is I just just a moment. Here there are more shelves in the real life. I just put like a real shop where the guests could interact, because in reality, where you pay, it's in a how do you say, in a small counter.
Like a little pod.
Yeah, it's like a rounded counter with a figure of Superman. That it's not as big. The one in real life it's smaller, but it's impossible.
My God, that's still epic though.
So yeah, it's like he's like getting a kryptonite asteroid, I think, or meteorite.
I mean, even his cape, that's just awesome.
Yeah. I think they need to be careful with this one because they can hit the head.
Yeah.
There's like, I used the new lights that came from the studio pack. They come really handy to make cups.
Ah, yeah, that would be perfect. That looks perfect for little mugs.
Then there's a table with a Superman logo that's actually in real life. Like the poster beam, there's Wonder Man t-shirts, Flash t-shirts, Green Lantern t-shirts, a Superman school bag for children.
This is epic. Wonder Woman
plush toys and Superman plush toys.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is really hard to do. I have to say, this was really, really hard to make.
I do not doubt that.
And yeah, this is just repeats and repeats and repeats. I didn't want to just put like random small stuff in the game, because they don't feel like real stores. It's really hard. But I'm not saying people are doing wrong. It's really, really difficult to make something like this in Planet Coaster. So I understand people not actually making this stuff.
I know, man. I mean, this really kind of inspires me to start doing like exit gift shops like you see on most rides. But my God, this is so much work. And I mean, I could see myself doing this if I was doing like, okay, like just like say I was just going to make the Superman ride and film it and that was it. But like I couldn't see like every ride in a full-fledged park like Wilderness Springs or something doing this on every single ride. This is it's incredible. That. It's incredible.
Yeah. And we're going to just finish this video with showing a little bit of the exit, that it's completely finished also.
Oh man, that looks epic.
Yeah, and those letters were done with books because it's impossible any other way. And this one was really hard because I had the problem of actually these letters are red with light and white the shop thingy is white. It's impossible because there's not light small enough to make these ones, and they are actually something also hard. It's because they are actually out of the wall. So most of the time when we make this detailed stuff in the wall with art shapes, it's because we sink the art shapes into the wall.
Right.
So they work pretty well to look like the real stuff. Like, for example, the Superman logo here. But that was impossible here because the letters are actually like dangling outside the like in the archway, you know.
Right, right.
So I had to use the books, and even then I'm not, well, I like how they look because they look like the real ones, but just because I couldn't get the color of them or the lights, I feel a little like, oh, this could be perfect, but the game doesn't let me, you know.
Well, still the books are really cool texture too.
Yeah, no, they have a cool texture. Just you know how I made the air bends and everything, so I just look for that perfect detail.
Yeah,
that's my fault probably. So, and I think that's it for today. Do you have any opinion of what you watched?
It's just an incredible job, man. Absolutely incredible. The detail and the but you know, that's just like you said, it's so helpful, like when you have those pictures. And a lot of times with me, when I see pictures like you're looking at and trying to build off of them, I just get into a flow because you're not having to come up with it just totally off the top of your head. And it works out perfect in an instant like this. I'm glad you had that friend that could get you those pics.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm super happy that he did that for me. I remember he was sending me all these photos and all these pictures through WhatsApp, all these videos, because he was actually there and he was telling me, hey, SP, do you want me to send you stuff? And I was like, hey man, enjoy the park, you don't need to send me anything.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it doesn't matter, I can do it. I know you want to make this as good as possible, so I'm happy to send you this. And yeah, it was amazing. And
I love how you have the windows here on this front facade, how they're kind of sunken in a little bit, like you would see on actual, you know, like the concrete. They're not, what I'm saying is it looks cool how you don't just have them flush up against the wall. They're offset a little bit.
I have to say that's probably because I looked for, because like in real life they are like that. It's not because I decided, oh, I'm going to do it like this because I don't know, you know.
Look, it looks great. And the little Superman banners as well, hanging off the edge of the main entrance over here. I mean, just killer.
Like, I don't know. The thing I wanted to say is, I don't know if doing it myself, I will go into that much detail as going from real life photos and trying to get it as perfect as possible. And that's why probably they have that detail that I wouldn't think ever of making. Like,
I wouldn't have either. Like I said, my builds are so much more detailed. If I find a piece of concept art off of Pinterest or, you know, Google, whatever, I never would put that much detail into something that I think if I was just trying to build it off the top of my head. So I definitely understand what you mean by having that real life reference. Totally.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's enough for today. I'm glad you were here with me to entertain this episode a little bit, because if not, it will have been a little bit bland, I think.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'll definitely come back when you move on with this further, hopefully, and can't wait to see what is in store next.
Yeah, I don't know what's in store next. I don't know what I'm going to tackle next, actually. I think I'm going to start or with the exit area, with the pavement, like the real pavement and all that, or going to start with the coaster itself, like making actually the coaster.
Nice.
It's half built right now. So thank you for being here, Sdan, like always.
No problem.
Also, please visit his channel. If you haven't visited his channel, please visit him, because his builds are amazing and they are super imaginative, and they are all like, they are not recreations, they are actual, try to make from imagination, and they're amazing.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I don't know. I always have problems to say good, like, how do I say goodbye in the episode? But yeah. this is the end of this episode. So I hope you all have a great week, and goodbye, guys.
See ya.